What a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. How is it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to Key West Waterman. My name is Aaron Young. If by chance this is your first time watching, welcome. This is my house, my backyard, and I've had a lot of requests to do some spearfishing out of the backyard. Now, the issue being, where I am, there's a law that states in unincorporated Monroe County, which is where I am, it is illegal for anyone to fire, discharge, or use a spear gun in a man-made canal. Now the question being, is this a man-made canal? Because there's natural shrubbery on the other side. That's question number one. Question number two, can I use a pole spear? Because the law very clearly states that it is a spear gun. And question number three, excuse me, question number three, my property line actually goes out about 4 or 5 feet into those mangroves. So is this private property? Am I allowed to spear on it? That is the question. So, but based on the law, you can only not use a spear gun. So I just happen to be off today, and I'm gonna go for a swim in the canal with a pole spear, because per the law, I can use a pole spear or Hawaiian sling. So we're gonna give that a try. Come along with me. Oh, and something else I did want to cover and mention. I just realized I always go, I don't know why I do that. Anyways, a lot of you guys have been asking about gear, so I'm gonna do a gear review, but I will probably squeeze that in the end of the video. I'll go over everything I use. Doesn't mean it's right for you, but I'm happy to share what I use because I've had that question about 1 million times. So I'll squeeze that in the end, and I'll put links in the description to everything individually, my go-to gear. So anyways, let's get suited up, and we're gonna go for a swim in the backyard. A lot of y'all asked me what was in my spray bottle last week. This is the defogger I use, but I take it and I dilute it with water and put it in a big spray bottle. Get a lot more bang for your buck. I'm sure it's just soapy water anyways. Welcome back underwater, everybody. Before we jump in, real quick update on Banana Gun 2.0. For those of you who are interested, I will put information in the description, but the next round of pre-order will be 1 week from when this video releases. So the pre-order will be January 11th at 8 p.m. We're doing a round of 30 this time, so hopefully everyone that wants one will get one. Other than that, if you want one, be on there. Next Monday, July 11th, 8 p.m. Link and info is in the description. So to save you about 20 minutes of swimming around of boredom in murky water, the canal was absolutely dead this day. I'm not sure why. Sometimes the fish are just in and out. Just wasn't a whole lot going on, and I swam back and forth for about 20 minutes. I think I saw maybe 2 keeper snappers, but they were just not having it. My camera wasn't even on. They were just zipping in and out. So wasn't a whole lot to look at. Well, there were not a whole lot of targets around. I think I saw maybe 2 keepers, but water is really dirty. And they were reluctant to be speared. So, I'm the kind of guy, when I get my mind set on something, I can't let it go. And I failed miserably trying to spear in the canal. So I'm gonna head out on the paddleboard in search of dinner. I'm gonna bring a gun though, just in case. That 3-prong, if the water is clear, that little short 3-prong, quite honestly, is not good for anything much other than lionfish, but Will's gonna come along. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. I saw that going way differently in my head. Oh, jeez. In search of dinner we go. Just follow your heart, man. That's what your heart's taking you back inside. Okay, we'll follow the opposite. So I've got some Key West Waterman fans. We have Kyler and Julian. They're doing a little bit of fishing this afternoon. What do you want to tell the world?
Subscribe to Key West Waterman.
No, you're supposed to give someone a shout out.
Well,
Who do you want to say hi to?
my grandpa.
Your grandpa?
What's up?
What's up, grandpa?
Grandpa.
Grandpa? They're very simple guys. A few words. Thanks for watching, guys.
No problem.
I'll be back shortly, hopefully with some fish.
All right.
Catch them up. This is pretty wild that this is our backyard. So there's a little tunnel right here. I think Will's gonna do some fishing and I'm gonna hop in and see if I can locate something for dinner. And a couple videos I asked about if you guys were kind of interested in hearing the Key West Waterman backstory, and I still plan on doing that. One of the reasons I asked was obviously people were asking for it, but I know before I moved down here, I was very curious when I would see people living in the Keys, like, how do they afford that? What do they do for a living? Like, it just doesn't seem doable. So I'm gonna make a pretty comprehensive video on my backstory, how I got here, how I afforded to do it, kind of the journey as a whole, and so keep an eye out for that. Hopefully I'll have it out in the next couple weeks. Well, let's hop in and see if we can find dinner. Never actually spearfished in this spot before. I was gonna try the pole spear, but the water's really clear, so I'm not even gonna bother because I'm just gonna have missed opportunities. I already know it. That pole spear doesn't have a whole lot of range. Big thanks to Paddle and Madeline for letting me borrow the paddle boards. literally makes me so happy that you guys enjoy these shallow water mangrove dives, because this is some of my absolute favorite diving. I feel like I could do this the rest of my life and never get bored. It's just always so fun to go out there and explore and check new spots, and you really just never know what you're gonna see. So I don't know if you can tell, you see the grass and whatnot moving. There's a decent amount of current coming through here, making it kind of difficult. And I'm not even in the tunnel yet, and you can see there's quite a bit of life going on. Tons of snappers. And I do something here. I've done it in a lot of other videos, but I've never explained it. And you just got to be careful doing it because it can be risky. Because I'm in such shallow water, it's opposed to wearing a ton of weight to make me sink and get down there and not flop around on the surface. I actually exhale all my air, which naturally is going to make me sink. Now it's very risky because exhaling all your air, you're losing all your oxygen. Your breath hold is going to shorten, and you got a better chance of blacking out. But if you listen here, in just a sec, you'll hear me drop all my air. And I did not swim down. You could hear I let all my air out. Now I'm negatively buoyant because I have no air inside my lungs. And now I'm on the snapper's level. I'm lower. I'm just kind of sitting and waiting. Now, is that a good tactic to get down there and not flail on the surface? Absolutely. But again, it's risky. I'm holding my breath without any oxygen. You can see how short my dive was there because I don't have any oxygen in my bloodstream, none in my lungs to go into my bloodstream. Again, I'm not recommending you do that. I just wanted to explain what it is that I was doing, and I'll do it from time to time. And I could have held my breath longer. I'm just, in this situation, I'm not pushing myself any bit because I don't want to chance it. You could hear there, I did it again, released all my air. I wanted to leave this clip kind of raw because get you a sense of how long I'm sitting there. A lot of times I'll stay in the same spot. I say these snappers will kind of just come in and out, and they're curious on you. You'll notice the bigger ones when they come. This guy stayed just long enough, and I really didn't even have to move my gun much, and I got a nice stone shot there on a beautiful mangrove. I didn't have to brain this one, but I did bleed it, as always. And I said it at the beginning, and I'll say it again. I'm going to do a gear review at the end of this, and I'll have links in the description to all my gear. I've had a lot of questions about that, so if you are interested, stick around till the end and head to the description, and you can see what it is that I use. So I had shot that snapper, and there was so much life coming in and out of the tunnel. I just wanted to get farther forward and investigate a little. I was so excited. I had just dropped my snapper off, and I kind of came here. There's a little ledge I grab a hold of, and I'm just kind of laying on it, grunting, just seeing if there's any bigger mangroves that'll come in. And you'll see what I thought was a big mangrove come in and just kind of startled me, and I instinctively took the shot. And if you're not familiar, this is called a Kubera Snapper, and I could not believe that this fish was here in this shallow water. Just really unbelievable. This is a trophy fish for most people. And by trophy, I mean sought after. Not that the size is huge, but these fish are hard to hunt. They're hard to find. Very shifty. I just could not believe this fish was in 3 feet of water behind my house. Unbelievable. That was the last thing I was expecting to see. So I've actually had a ton of questions about bleeding fish in the water. Does it attract sharks? My personal opinion, it does not attract more sharks than are already around. I think the thrashing of the fish more than anything does that, but you also have to realize when you spear a fish, some blood's going to come out regardless. So bleeding it anymore, I personally don't think it's going to make much of a difference. But maybe I'll make a video on that and try and cover that if that's something y'all are interested in seeing.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much.
Unbelievable. This right here is why I love exploring. That is an absolute beautiful Kubera. Quite frankly, he startled me and I almost thought it was a giant mangrove for a split second. I've said in the past I won't shoot a lot of these offshore because I save them for clients. It's just a fish not a lot of people get to shoot. It's a pretty sought after fish, but just absolutely beautiful off of a paddleboard. I'm speechless. That was the last thing I expected to see. What a beautiful creature. Look at the teeth on him. Unreal. I barely made it in the canal or in the tunnel. So curiosity has me now. I'm gonna go a little further in there. I've got the next couple days off, so we could use the fish for the week. Oh, just wow. Absolutely wow. So curiosity, just wanted to explore some more. You can see there's quite a few shooter mangroves still swimming around. There's a little Goliath grouper. Wasn't lining up on him, I was just trying to capture him with the camera, but my head cam actually wouldn't turn on. But I just, like I said, just love getting out there and exploring a new area. Even if I don't shoot anything, I could just swim around in these little tunnels for hours. And the next clip coming up, I just wanted to show you how much current there actually was. I was not kicking at all, I was just floating with the current. You can kind of see how fast I was going. So I swam all the way through the tunnel. Just magnificent spot. Never dove that before. Love exploring for this reason. That's all I'll need. I saw quite a few more legal mangroves, but quite honestly, I think that's probably enough for 2 days at least, maybe 3. But got everything I need. You can head back to the house. So joke's on me. I thought I was filming this whole time, and I was not. The sun was in my eyes a little bit and the camera was actually not on. So this was our Kubera from today. I knocked the sides off of it, left the scales on. Kuberas have really thick scales. I did this with Barracuda recently, but it's great for Barracuda, or for Kubera as well. Kubera have really thick, big scales, so I'm using those scales as kind of like my pan or aluminum foil, and I'm just almost baking it on the grill. Just a little bit of avocado oil, and my dad actually sent me this called Mango Magic. Try something new, and that is a bummer, because I was sitting here jabbering like a monkey in a tree, and the camera wasn't even on. But while we wait for that, we're just gonna do some simple tacos, nothing crazy fancy. While we wait for that, I'm gonna save these rib pieces and the head for some soup. But while we wait for that, we're gonna have a little appetizer. So I talk about these racks a lot, and a lot of y'all have sent me photos of you using the racks. Not that I invented this, but I'm happy to share it. There's so much meat left on there. And again, I already did this with all the other filet, but my dang camera wasn't on. And this piece is so thin it'll cook in a quarter of the time, literally. Someone was asking where I got this lid. It's actually off of a flat top griddle. You can see that does not take long. Whew.
That looks insane.
Huh?
That looks good.
Right? Whew, I'm gonna wait a second. I always burn my mouth. So that is the rack. I'm just gonna pull a couple of these off and show you real quick. I mean, look at that. That's just one little section. That's enough for a whole taco right there. Pretty good. A little subtle hint of mango. A little garlic, salt.
Ready?
Plate me. We got tricks. The flies are murdering us. So we're gonna finish this upstairs.
That looks incredible.
Right?
Yeah. That is,
So the meat started to break up a little. You see it's all the way done.
and only 50 feet from the house.
Right? If you know how to get rid of flies, let me know. We'll see you upstairs. Get enough filet.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're only having 2 tacos?
Just kidding. Yeah. Ooh.
Get you some.
Should probably use a fork. Sorry. Ooh, that rub or that seasoning.
That looks amazing.
That looks really good.
That cooked
Holy
through,
cow.
right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's cooked through. Like,
Getting good on the grill.
absurdly perfectly cooked through.
Figuring it out.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
Ooh, look at that taco.
I'll tell you, cooking over an open flame like that, just kind of not being able to control the heat is something I have struggled with, but it seems like I'm getting the hang of it here. It looks okay.
Shouldn't the professional chef be decorating?
No, you're a professional eater.
Tuna.
Tuna, you want to say hi to one of your biggest fans?
He said, no.
Say hi. Hold on.
Who is it?
I have to make him wave.
Peyton.
Yeah. Tuna, say hi, Peyton.
He is thrilled. Wasn't built for Hollywood.
No, definitely not.
Grumpy.
So this is a pepper jack cheese.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, the world wants to know.
Oh man.
Are they good?
I
Ah,
don't like being the taste tester.
I told you. I fooled you. I told you you didn't have to, but you have to.
Okay.
You're the first one with a taco.
First off, whoever grilled these tortilla shells did a great job.
Wonder who that was.
Oh, that's good, but it needs this. Sorry.
Thanks.
That was good. There's a little.
This
Ooh.
stuff's actually pretty good. We started using this a couple months ago. It shouldn't even say hot sauce because it's not hot. It's like a flavored, kind of a sweet sauce, but good flavor.
The fish is cooked so good.
Anyways,
Perfectly.
that is all we've got for this one. If you are interested in a banana gun, pre-order should be up next couple weeks. I'll announce it on here. I will also announce it on my Instagram just because I can get it out faster. On here, I've got to wait till Monday to get it into a YouTube episode. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks so much for your time. And we will see you on the next one. Later. So I have had a lot of questions about gear. I did this a while ago, but I don't think I attached all the links. So I'm going to go over this again. First, I want to say if you're new into spearfishing and you're looking at gear, spearfishing along with pretty much everything else on the planet, you get what you pay for. Everything that I use is quality. I dive more in a year than most people probably dive in 5 years. I put all this stuff through the paces. Like, I beat the crap out of my stuff, for lack of a better word. So I'm going to start from my head, work my way down, tell you what it is that I wear, and maybe a little bit about why I wear it. I'll start with masks. I would like to start by saying you do not need a free diving mask to go free diving. You want a comfortable mask. A comfortable mask will make or break your spearfishing experience. This is my leisure mask. If I'm just out not filming, having fun, I think this is the best mask on planet Earth for me. May not be for you. The reason being, it doesn't press on my forehead or on my brow or anything like that. Scuba Pro Solo. This is my filming mask. Both of these you can see are very similar. Big single lens, wide field of view, and a lot of space there. Those low volume masks, if you like them, wear them. If you have trouble with them, they're uncomfortable, look into a scuba mask. I can dive 100 feet and I'm wearing scuba mask. I promise it's fine. But that is my filming mask. You can see my GoPro's mounted just on top. Snorkel, very straightforward. I like the rubbery, bendy ones. You can beat them up. They don't break. They don't snap. There's no floats or hidden trapdoors on there, purges that you're going to have issues with. This is a SoFlo spearfishing snorkel. Again, I will put links to everything in the description. Let's do gloves. Neptonics Dyneema gloves. This pair is probably 9-10 months old. You see how much I dive. I put everything through the paces. These are good for everything from just spearfishing, grabbing fish, all the way to lobstering. I absolutely love them. Big, thick, rubbery coating on there. Again, I think they're Dyneema. Weight belt. I'm a big fan of silicone weight belts. This is an Alchemy. I like the high volume again, or high visibility, white if you haven't noticed. White and yellow is kind of my go-to. I like people being able to see me just in case. This is silicone, nice and stretchy. It does not dry rot in the sun. This is my preferred knife, red tide spearfishing. I actually add the bungee to it. It doesn't come with the bungee. Pretty straightforward. The main difference with this is it's double serrated on both sides, very sharp. I just drill that hole out a little bigger and add that bungee myself. Normally there's a little snap up here, but this clip has actually had a lot of questions. I will try to find the link. I can't remember where I got these, maybe Divers Direct, but I'll try to find the link. I clip everything from fish to flashlights on there, whatever else I may have. Personally, I like this one better, a little more low profile. Normally you'll see this is what's clipped on that. My Neptonics dive light, I almost never don't have this with me. Clips right on there. All this stuff is stainless steel, obviously. The clip does not come with the light. I changed that out. I think it comes with a wrist strap, but I'm a fan of the clips because I have it with me all the time. It's kind of annoying to have on your hand. It is rechargeable. I normally get at least about a day out of the battery, but I dive so much I have spare batteries on the boat. It's very easy, twist on, twist off. Crazy bright, lasts a while. They're very durable. I think I still have my very first light from this model, which I believe is almost 3 or 4 years old. We'll go to booties, socks rather. Free diving, we're normally wearing a thinner sock. This is an Argos sock. I think these are 1 mil, 1.5 maybe. Essentially to avoid getting blisters and kind of just make the foot pockets a little more comfy. Pretty straightforward, Argos. We'll have a link for those as well. Not going to cover wetsuits. I wear everything from a rash guard to a 5 mil depending on the season. A lot of you ask why I wear a wetsuit in the summer. I'm outside so much I like to stay out of the sun, and I'm normally in the mangroves or crawling through holes and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff down there that can sting you, so I like to at least keep my head and my arms covered up. And we will get to fins. So I have 2 pairs here. You're probably wondering why. The reason being I'm actually sponsored by Alchemy. If you've been following me for some time, you probably know that I'm not a big fan of sponsors. Nothing against that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just don't want to sound like a rebel without a cause. I just don't like being told what to do. And me and Alchemy get along. They know that I'm going to do my thing. I put the gear through the test, and one of the reasons I agreed to work with them is because these are incredible. These are carbon fiber blades. If you're not familiar, just lighter, a lot more response. You get a lot more bang for your buck, so to speak. And I have the Pathos Fireblade foot pockets on there. There are other options for fins. I get a lot of beginners asking me, what should I buy? How much should I spend? All this stuff that I'm using, again, is not necessarily the best for you. It is the best for me. It is what I like. Fins, there are plastic fins you can get for $100, and then obviously as you get better quality, you're going to spend more money. I will say Alchemy is the first set of blades, carbon blades, that I've ever had last me over 2 years. This is my first pair from them. They sent me a new pair this year, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with these. This is the first pair. I still wear these. The reason they look kind of beat up is because I cut the rails off to replace them. But if you're in the market, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't get anything out of it, but I'm the type of guy I like to buy something one time, and I like to buy a quality first. That way I don't have to replace it. But other than that, that is what I use. Hopefully that helps. I like these coated weights so they don't beat up the boat, opposed to your raw lead. But other than that, I think that's all I got. If you got any questions, you know what to do. Leave a comment, and I'm happy to answer them. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next one. Later.